नाजरीन, आप देख रहे हैं रियासत आंध्र प्रदेश का मशहूर व मकबूल यूट्यूब चैनल बज़्म आईना वकील साहब पोस्ट। सैयद कुदरतुल्लाह कादरी वकील साहब फिर एक नए पोस्ट के साथ आपके रूबरू हाजिर है। आज की इंतहाई अहम ज़रूरी खबर यह है कि रियासत तेलंगाना का सदर मुकाम हैदराबाद में वाक़ उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी में यूएस कंसुलेट्स के ताउन से उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी में सहाफ़ियों के लिए फैक्ट चेक के मुताल्लिक़ ऑफ़लाइन और ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग दी जा रही है। ऑफ़लाइन की जो पहली ट्रेनिंग उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी में जो दी गई, उसमें आज मेहमान ख़ुसूसी की हैसियत से फ्रैंकिस्ट्रम पब्लिक डिप्लोमेसी ऑफ़िसर यूनाइटेड स्टेट कंसुलेट जनरल हैदराबाद ने शिरकत की। अलावा दीगर अहम शख्सियात ने भी इस प्रोग्राम में बतौर मेहमान की हैसियत से शिरकत की। इस मौके पर सहाफ़ियों से खिताब करते हुए ऑफिसर फ्रैंकिस्ट्रम ने बताया कि अगर हम जमहूरियत को मजबूत करना चाहते हैं तो डिसइंफॉर्मेशन को जो है तोड़ना लाजमी है और फेक न्यूज़ को जो है अवाम के रूबरू लाना बेहद अहम ज़रूरी है। इस मौके पर बहुत सारे अहम शख्सियात ने भी खिताब किए। इस मौके पर स्नेहा मेहरा DCP साइबर क्राइम हैदराबाद ने खिताब करते हुए कहा कि आज की वक्त की अहम ज़रूरत है कि फ़ैक्ट को चेक किया जाए और जो डिसइंफॉर्मेशन है उसे डिबंक किया जाए ताकि आवाम को सही और गलत का एहसास हो सके, मालूमात हो सके। इस मौके पर प्रोफेसर स्टीवन कोहिर, हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट जर्नलिज्म उस्मानिया यूनिवर्सिटी के अलावा प्रोफेसर यू सुधाकर रेड्डी, लीड ट्रेनर फ्रॉम GNI ने भी खिताब किया और माजिद साहब जो डिप्लोमेट के एडिटर हैं, उन्होंने इस प्रोग्राम की कामयाबी के लिए काफ़ी अहम रोल अदा किया। आप देखिए खुसूसी रिपोर्ट सैयद कुदरतुल्लाह कादरी वकील साहब को दीजिए इजाज़त। अगर आप हमारे चैनल को अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए हैं तो ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें, शेयर करें, कमेंट करें, बेल बटन दबाना ना भूलें ताकि अगली वीडियो आप तक बआसानी से दस्तयाब हो सके।
But with as Mr. Frankie Stroom said, that जैसे we had more availability of social media, more availability of platforms, the consumption of news and the propagation, यानी कि लेना और देना जो न्यूज़ का हो गया वो बहुत ज़्यादा इंडिविजुअल हो गया कि कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन डाल सकता है, कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन पिकअप कर सकता है। तो जो पूरा सिस्टम है, can we have the slide changer or can
really happy to be here today. More importantly, I'm happy that you are all here today for the first offline version, the first in-person version of the training program on countering disinformation for Urdu journalists. I'm also happy to be sharing the stage with Vice Chancellor Ravinder, Professor Stevenson, and Ms. Neha Mehra from the police here in Telangana. So I just want to say a few words about why the U.S. Consulate is involved in this program. So something that you know better than I know, better than most people know, is that journalists play a key role in providing accurate information to the public. Without journalists, it's hard for people to know what's true and what's false. And accurate information is one of the most important pillars of democracy. And I want to give just a couple examples, a very day-to-day practical example and a big picture example of why this is important. So in terms of a practical example, some of you may have seen that the U.S. Consulate in Hyderabad is moving to a brand new building. It's a beautiful facility in the financial district. It's a $340 million facility. Very excited to be there. It says a lot about what the United States thinks about the importance of India and our relationship with India and our relationship particularly with this part of India. Now, since I've been here in Hyderabad over 2 years, occasionally we see rumors about this new building, when we're going to open it, when we're going to move in, when services are open.
Occupied with another program, I came a little late. Respected Frankie Stern, Public Diplomacy Officer, U.S. Consulate General Hyderabad, and respected Sneha Mehra, IPS Deputy Commissioner of Police, Cyber Crime, and my colleague, Dean Faculty of Science, Social Sciences, Mr. Stevenson, and media students. In fact, I wanted to place before you that in Usman University was the first university which established under the medium of instruction as Urdu, the medium of instruction in the country. It was the seventh oldest university. And in fact, after 1956, the bifurcation of the states under the Telugu as the medium of instruction, then based on the linguistic principles, after Andhra Pradesh, the Usman University also slowly moved into Telugu and English medium of instructions. And I think let me congratulate the Department of Journalism for initiating this very important theme. That in fact, I had the opportunity to interact with the Telugu journalists with the support of the American consulate, kind of, and at the same time to strengthen the media, in particular in the eyes of the public. But whereas which have a long association with the American consulate, I think under the Ford Foundation, we received a lot of funds for the strengthening the American Studies Research Center, which was discontinued from the last 10 to 15 years. And now we have established in the International Center for International Center for Academic Affairs. And recently we also initiated one important center, which is the first center in the country that's known as the Center for Indo-Pacific Studies. Most of the US universities, Australia and Japan and other universities also interested to work with us. And but at the same time, one more important aspect which I wanted to bring into your notice, Sneha Mehraji, I think the Honorable Chief Minister always saying that the cybercrime and cybersecurity related issues. In fact, the State Council of Higher Education in Usman University is preparing the 2 credit course for the cybersecurity and cybercrime, which you are going to launch from this academic year, undergraduate year. We'll take your support and inputs while preparing the syllabus and other things also. So coming to this fact check, I think sometimes I think some of the newspapers also is published recently, maybe the intervention of the Department of Journalism and the American Consulate. They published on one hand it is a fact, and another side is false. Kind of a news which also publishing. That's a good for most of the readers which came to know that. So which is right information, which is wrong information is also sometimes very difficult. And most of the newspapers are also guided with some kind of ideology. I think that's why I think they're providing information which is not fact also. So even for example, which I wanted to give it to you for the Usman University, we a number of times they publish the sometimes we laugh to ourselves, that which is not related to the university and not related to sometimes the education system, but they publish without taking the information of the concerned officials and one-way kind of information. So that gives a lot of confusion for the readers. So in fact, I think I thank the department for initiating this 6-week training program. From here onwards, we expect the accurate news and the impartial news from the media houses. That would be a great support, great strengthening the democratization of the society.